Good morning. As we're at home anyhow, let's cook together. So today we're going to prepare cabbage, turnips and zucchini stuffed with meat and with the different ingredients that are here. And I will prepare them for you and show you how it works. It's very easy and goes very quickly. So now I have chopped the onions, chopped the red pepper with the leek, and chopped also the dill. And now we're going to put the turnips into the water for about, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're going to this is going to go in later because they need less time to soften, because we have to soften them so that we can take the meat inside out. So now, first of all, we're going to glaze the onions, and that's going to be done with a little bit of olive oil, just let's say 2 spoonfuls, and here I took the rest that was in the mixer, and I'm putting a tiny little bit of water into it, like maybe 2-3 spoonfuls, and I'm going to close the lid and now the turnips have cooked for a few minutes. We're adding the zucchini, and they're going to cook a little bit, and in the meantime we add our leek and red pepper to cook. Here we will also add the bay leaf and a tiny little bit of water. Okay, now let it cook. I put it on very high, but now I put it on a bit lower, maybe like 8 or 7. And in a few minutes we'll be able to take out the vegetables. I realized that the zucchinis took very little time, so I took them out, took the flesh out. Actually, I cut them before into pieces. You can see that it has to be able to stand in the dish that's going to go into the oven. I cut the inside out with a spoon, with a small spoon, and the rest was cut into small little squares, which we're going to use, as well as 2 slices to put the lid on afterwards when we fill them. Now, since they need a bit more time for cooking, I'm going to continue to prepare the filling. So now, after we've cooked them for quite some time, like maybe 15 minutes or more, yeah, 15 minutes. We're going to put on the heat because I had turned it down. Okay, put on a little bit of oil and start putting in the meat. And when the meat is half done, we'll mix the whole thing together. No salt yet. Chili into my salt, and now I'm going to put the salt on. Not too much, you might want to put it, and then mix the whole thing. That means that I've got 10 minutes for my turnips. I'm going to turn that off. We're going to add the tomato sauce. I think I might put a tiny little bit of water in more. And the dill. Okay, mix it once more. You might want to try to see if there's enough salt in it. Could use a tiny bit more. I might put these in, so you get the idea of where you're cooking. Might soften it a little bit. That cooks quickly. Now it's time to take out the bay leaf because we shouldn't forget it afterwards. Okay. Now at low heat we leave it a little more. So I took everything out that I could. It was a little hard. I had to boil a little longer. And first of all, you have to start all around with a knife, watching not to ruin the outside naturally. And then you take it out. Everything that was inside is cut into little pieces and put into the dish, as well as 4 little or 5 little tomatoes to give it a little taste. Then we're going to first put a little salt on this, and then we're going to put a little salt inside, very, very little, so nice and tasty. And now we're going to put the filling in. Now obviously this is much too much filling for this. But there is an idea behind that, is that you don't have to do this every day. So you keep this filling, and we'll do something else with it another time. So, before we put them in, we're going to put a tiny little bit of olive oil on all this. And mix it. And then we'll make a little space for our beautiful cabbage turnips here and the rest. Yeah. Now the same here. It's going to take a little, maybe I can do it with this. I know you're all on a diet, but it has to be tasty, so a little bit of olive oil on this would be very nice. Here we are, and then we're going to put a little bit of water. Just a little bit. Voila. And now